Hi guys, it's Kim. Welcome back. We're doing another full-length tutorial today, tackling these roots, darling, roots. There's this crazy TikToker called Chelsea Leah that I watch, and I don't even really watch her. She just like clogs my For You page for some reason, probably because I watch her, and I can't get that out of my head when she says roots. Enough of my bullshit. What we're going to do now is tackle that face frame because in my opinion is the most important piece of the hairstyle. So I'm starting with some weaved foils coming back, and I've just taken about a 3 to 4 centimeter deep section. I don't like coming up like I'm going to show you on horizontal towards the front of the face because I feel like when the client ties their hair back, it just looks strappy. So I prefer to start with this little section here and come back in like a mohawk section. And then also what that's going to do is allow me to do a teasy light on any of these pieces that are out. After 4 weaves off the face, I'll do some fine splices and that will finish off that top box. Teasing here and then doing a tip out. My formula that I'm using is Weller Free Lights and 6% for the roots, and then Weller Free Lights and 3% for the ends. Now I'm coming up on my sides here. Again, I'm doing 3 to 4 weaves back, and then I go into some fine splices, and then the last little section that I have left, I'm going to finish it off with a large tease section because I am going to root shadow, so I don't mind having a few pockets of depth just behind the ear. I am just using my Free Lights and 6% through this section, and I'm taking it all the way through the ends. Anywhere where I'm doing an actual tease out or a tip out on existing blonde hair, I'm changing my formula, which is in 2 bowls behind me, into the 3%. Once I finish there, I come up towards the part. I like to do this when I have quite a strong regrowth and we don't want anything to look strappy, but she also still wants to stay a little bit dimensional. So in this case, I'll come up to the part. And what I'm doing here on this next section is I'm actually folding my foils up, and by doing this is allowing me to see my section underneath that I can tip out easily. I'm on holidays in New Zealand at the moment, and I figured out that I actually hate skiing. Like, this bitch cannot ski for shit. So instead of sitting on the snow all day, I just basically had hot chocolates and spent my day in the gift shop. And the guy behind the cash register was like, oh, like, where are you from? I'm like, Australia. He's like, oh, you're missing the kangaroos? And I was like, haha, like, as much as you'd miss the sheep. Like, what the fuck do I say? Anyway, back to the hair. As I'm getting towards the top, I'm actually fining out my splices because this is going to sit right on top of the part. We want to make sure that we don't have any hectic lines. So you really want to keep them as fine as possible. You can see here that I'm ready to tip out. I'm doing it every 4 or so foils, and see how by folding my foils up, I'm able to get my tip out up a little bit higher. And this way you're not going to see any marks in the mid-length of the hair, and you're not going to see where the tip out starts. By the time I finished, I've actually moved up to 9% for my roots, as I like everything to process at the same time. I also freshly mix up bowls every 20 minutes because bleach dyes, so you don't want to have the same bleach that you're using at the bottom of the head at the top of the head. That was my little foil pull. Now I'm sectioning out my face frame for my toning. Root shadowing on a 6 level, just 6 and 6. Oh my god, I'm turning New Zealand. 6N and 6A. And what I'm doing is brushing these bits back, and then for my face frame, I just tap it forward slightly, and this makes sure that I keep my face frame as bright as possible. Okay, it's soft and blended and she slays.